What's up, everybody? The game of life. Do you play it? We all play it. I was thinking of the comparison behind the game of life and, say, a football game, an NFL game. Let's take the Super Bowl, for instance. When a person decides to play sports, they have to put themselves into a new mindset, a different mindset, and especially if they're playing professional sports and they're playing an intense game. You put on not only your game face, as they say, but you set aside what you know to be real, which is that it's just a game. You set that aside in order to win. But the winning can be about anything you want it to be. It could be about status. It could be about money for some people. In the football game, it could be about ego. But it's still just a game in the end. The game of life is very similar. We put on our game face and portray to the world what we want them to see. And we all play the game of life. Now, some of us do it for ego, some of us do it for money, and some of us do it for fame. Some of us do it for emotional contentment. If you're playing the game, you're part of society. You don't need to be ashamed of yourself. You just need to be aware that you're playing the game. And that when you come home, you can take off the uniform. Don't have to play the game all the time. At work, we're often forced into a box of thinking that we're not, it's not conducive with our home life. And a lot of people take that home with them, and they continue to play the game with their family. For example, a boss at work that has an overbearing attitude takes that home to maybe his wife and kids. But a football player doesn't take home his football and run through the house and knock shit down. Try to make touchdowns in the kitchen. They play the game, for whatever reason it is, take off their uniforms, and they come home. And a lot of people are afraid that this game of life is not... When I say the game of life, of course, I'm not just talking about society's games. I'm talking about the game that's created by nature. The game of hide and seek. The game where you'll have your Satori and it'll be stripped from you in a matter of seconds. It's a game, but it's also life. So it's not a joke. It's serious. We all live this permanently. But this permanence isn't permanence in the sense that it's forever. Nor is the particular game we play or what particular face we decide to wear. Each one of us has our own joy in finding new parts of the game. And some of us are happy to play the game that's always been there, by the rules that have always been there. We show up to the game and we say, okay, so I can go this many yards, and I have to do this to make a touchdown. I have to intercept this way. I can't be tackled. Same way in the society game, the economic game that we play. Each one of these people, each one of us, a lot of people tend to flock into it with this predisposed idea that it's already been set in stone. That if you don't play the game a certain way, you'll never succeed. If you don't find yourself a good job and a good family and a good way of being, and those words "good" is always has connotations with it as to what one person perceives as good. But not just one person, the entire society as a whole. So when we walk into the game of life, we don't play it like a game of sports. The rules are set in stone, but rules are meant to be broken. So if you choose not to play the game, that's fine too. But just know that you're still in it, and you're still a spectator, because everyone's in the Coliseum. Everybody is in the Coliseum. So you can choose to be in the grandstand. You can choose to be watching the game. But at the end, you have to go home to your own game. And play the field, or sit with some popcorn, I guess. But we're all at the mercy of the same bullshit. All of us. So step into the game with your game face on, and don't let it consume you.